There's one.
Hi Titus, so this is Victor here that's going to show us the 1107, and then I'm Raymond, so we'll go ahead and show you first of all how to thread it. So we have the tower, the threads coming up through that top loop and then down through, and there's that loop in the back. This is a tensioner, so he's going to pull that out and then slip it in between the two washers. That's the tensioner. Okay, and you hardly don't want any tension at all, just enough to be able to create the tension that it needs. Okay, and then through that other loop on the back piece, and then up to that top, and then down. Okay. So notice how he's using two hands to be able to handle the thread as he pulls them through. Same with that one too. So same with that one, you'll handle it and then push it. So fingers on both sides, and then you'll push it through and hook it in. And then you're just going simply from left to right into the needle. Needles are super important as far as the placement. You want to make sure that the scallop side is exactly to the right. And what I mean by scallop is you can see that there's a little cutout right here. And what that cutout's for is there is a hook underneath inside this bottom plate that comes up through, and that hook has to go right through that scalloped edge to be able to hook onto the thread and create this chain stitch, which is how we keep this sewing machine going. And then there's your attachment, of course. So we're going to fold the sweatband inside out so that the reed is to the left, the leather is to the right, and you'll notice that we're forcing that reed clear over, bending clear back even on top of the leather. And that reed's going to be placed up against the guide. And the same placement is going to be with the bottom brim of the hat. Okay, once we have that, you have the seam, which you've seen. We have that little stitch that we've used with the 830 Bernina, and then we center it. That's our center mark that we put on the hat previously, so we know where, make sure that it's centered with the hat. Okay, and then we'll just start it slowly. What's even better for you, as you start out with using this machine, you'll actually go by hand and you'll use the wheel on the right hand side right there, and you'll put the needle in first, make sure it's all centered and in place, and then you'll start rolling. This motor is set, that's flashing down on us, it actually is set E5 is what it says. That's 500 RPM. You'll notice that the light here is lit on that side. That's to make sure that the motor is spinning the correct way. Now you can see we already went all the way once, clear all the way around. And those stitches are set about 3/16 of an inch. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll drop the camera there. And there we go, we move the attachment out to the side, and now we go ahead and just pull the thread throughout, and it'll just snap and break right through. I'll go ahead and force the sweatband in, and we know that we made a quality job because the sweatband will actually be even and flush, and it won't be sticking up. It'll be just right even with it. It won't go down, it won't be up, it'll just right be even with the bottom of the brim. Okay, you can see the stitches, how they look. So they should be all even, 3/16 all the way around. Shouldn't be any loose spots, they should be all tight. And that's how we have it calibrated on your machine. So it looks great, we're ready to ship this out. Thank you, Titus.